Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So good to see you here in our sanctuary.
Oh, now I got my magic cups on, so I should be able to hear pretty decently. There it is.
So we are not actually in the sanctuary, but we're bringing the sanctuary to us and to our experience, our shared experience. So tonight we're celebrating Independence Day Shabbat, and you can see that I am in red, white, and blue, and so is Jake. We are here. We're ready for our Independence Day Shabbat. Oh, and I didn't introduce ourselves. I'm Rabbi Aviva Bass,
I'm Cantor Jake Harris.
and welcome to our remote Temple Sinai Shabbat from Delray Beach, Florida. Tonight, for our Independence Day Shabbat, I'd like to start with a reading. And this reading is from a 1945 prayer book, and it is meant for the 4th of July. So this is from 1945, but it really is meaningful even today. May America remain loyal to the principles of the Declaration of Independence and apply them to ever-widening areas of life. May our country be free from oppression, persecution, and unjust discrimination. May we overcome religious, racial, and class conflicts. And may we be restored as a haven of refuge for the victims of injustice and deprivation. May we learn the art of living together and come to understand how to appreciate differences, to reconcile clashing interests, and to help one another achieve a harmonious and abundant life. May we acquire the wisdom to choose honest and capable leaders who will govern us by democratic and ethical principles. And may the enterprise of our American people be blessed, that we may utilize the resources of our land for the good of all the world.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Tonight, we'd like to acknowledge the following donations to our community food pantries. This week, they were sponsored by Barbara and Dan Blumberg in memory of Adam Ross Blumberg, Danielle and Tom Gabor in memory of Margit Gabor, Harriet Meyer in memory of Morton Meyer, Joellen Pearl Siegel in memory of Billy Pearl, Barbara Strassman in memory of Joseph Strassman, Shelley Teitelbaum in memory of Betty Teitelbaum, Elisa Eisenman in memory of Robert Cohen, Betty and Eric Adams in memory of Shirley Becker. We've also started something new this week for Temple Sinai. We have new sponsoring opportunities. And this evening's Erev Shabbat service is sponsored by the Adams family and the Cotton family. So thank you to everyone who contributed this week to make our community sustained and fortified. And now we have our Kiddush. If you have a Siddur, it is found on page 122. Vayhi erev vayhi voker yom hashishi, vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzivam, vayachal Elohim bayom hashvi malachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi mikol melachto asher asa, vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi, vaykadesh oto, ki vo shavot mikol melachto, ki vo shavot mikol melachto, asher baro Elohim, asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri l'chaim, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, ba'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodecha, be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
All right. So now for a little bit of song together. It's ironic to say together. Obviously, we are not together. However, the ability to sing, I've just been thinking about this. Every person is equipped with a voice. Even if for some reason, for some difference of ability, and we're not just talking about singing ability, we're talking about ability to use the voice. Some are born with the anatomy and can't speak, have an inability to speak. However, we are designed, we are made in what we as Jews say, B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. So to be in the image of God, and regardless of the functionality of said voice that we're born with, some use their voices as part of their career, like myself. Some use their voices in a different way as part of their career, in talking and orating, as Rabbi Aviva does, but everyone is equipped with a voice. Everyone's equipped with that. That was the goal. So using your voice, even if you can't speak, even if you literally can't say words, is so holy. It's so important. So using that voice might not be even using your mouth whatsoever. The metaphorical voice that comes from us all. It's our inclination in life. It's our goal to communicate with people. So, L'cha Dodi, page 138. We're going to go ahead and sing verses 1, verse 8, and then jump on to Boi V'Shalom, verse 9. Ya ba 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 lecha dodi. Ya ba 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 lekrat kala. Ya ba 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 p'nei Shabbat. P'nei Shabbat nekabila. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad ki ishmianu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem ultiferet v'letehila yai dai lecha dodi ya ba 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 lekrat kala ya ba 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabila. Verse 8 Yamin uzmol tiprotzi v'et Adonai taritzi al yadish ben parzi v'nismecha v'negila yadai ya ba 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 lecha dodi ya ba 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 lekrat kala ya ba 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabila boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uv'zola toch emunei am segula boi chala one more lecha dodi dai yada da 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 lecha dodi yada da 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 lekrat kala yada da 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabila p'nei Shabbat nekabila.
We are so fortunate and blessed at Temple Sinai to have Jake Harris with us, because he is not only a wonderfully equipped chazan and very, very musical, as you can see, but he is also a resident composer for us. And he has been composing various pieces of the liturgy that he's been sharing with us. And I have not heard this one yet, and I'm very excited that he is premiering it tonight. And this is his version, Jake Harris' version of the Baruch. So those who are able to do so, we rise in body or in spirit or both for the Baruch on page 146.
As we go into this piece, this new composition, I want to dedicate it, as it was in my thought as I was writing it, to Harvey Fields. This is going to go out to Harvey Fields. Harvey, if you're watching, we're thinking about you. We love you, and it's for the memory of Nancy. And every time that I'd come into services, when Nancy was still with us, I would hear her. And that was the defining moment of my Shabbat every week, is I would hear Nancy's voice. And it's always going to be in my head. It's always going to be in my ear. And that's how I started Shabbat. And, you know, the nights that I didn't see Nancy there, you know, I had to think about that. I had to add that to my mind for the call. So that was my call to the worship. And so I hope that you'll think of Harvey, and you'll also think of Nancy and their family, as Nancy is no longer with us. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMivorach, Baruch Adonai HaMivorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach, HaMivorach, HaMivorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai, Baruch Adonai HaMivorach, HaMivorach, HaMivorach leolam va'ed, HaMivorach leolam va'ed, HaMivorach leolam va'ed.
And now we turn, please be seated if you were standing. Now we turn to page 148 for the Ma'ariv Aravim.
Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim ma'ariv aravim בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את כוכבים במשרותיכם, ברקיע כרצונו. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Borei yom v'layla גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מעריב ערבים ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
The Shema is bracketed on both sides in parentheses by a statement about love. The first statement is the Ahavat Olam, and that is a statement about how blessed we are to have God's love coming down to us to us as Jews in particular through the giving of the Torah and through our receiving of the Torah. And then after Shema, directly after it, even in the book of Deuteronomy in the Torah, is the paragraph of Ve'ahavta. And that Ve'ahavta is about our responsibility to love God. And what does it mean to love God? Well, it says with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all our might. And I think that all three of these are how we treat one another, each of us who are in God's image, the image of the divine. So on page 150, if you have your Siddur, if you're looking on it on your computer screen, 150, let's read together in the English. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are the life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We come to the Shema on page 152. Please join me. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Avad. We join together on page 154, reading together the translation of Ve'ahavta. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. On the bottom of page 157, we see the following words as the introduction for the Michamocha. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea, the Michamocha, as we do now on page 158.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקר הים לבני משה ומרים לי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה פלא ידעי ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
The Mi Chamocha is, of course, our expression of our gratitude for freedom as Jews, and now with gratitude, full of gratitude in our hearts for our freedoms that we hold dear as Americans. We rise now for the Tefillah on page 164.
Adonai Ananananana svaitai tiftach Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha Ananananana Adonai Ananananana svaitai tiftach Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע מוריד הטל מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מנהיה ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukroshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please take a few moments for some silent prayer and meditation.
Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, so we've bought a pack of cigarettes and Miss Wagner's pies and walked off to look for America. Kathy, I said as we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took me 4 days to hitchhike a ride from Savigny. I've come to look for America. I've come to look for America.
At this time, we think of those who are in need of healing, of body, mind, or spirit, or of all three. If you are thinking of someone tonight that you hold dear in your heart, please say that person or people's names aloud now. I'd like to say a special prayer for a friend of our congregation, Sandy Oppenheim, who now lies in a space of goses. Goses is a Hebrew word that is the liminal space between life and death. And it can be a scary space. But my prayer is that it is an easy and comforting and beautiful space for Sandy. And that her passing, if it should be that she should pass, we of course pray that her health is restored. But if it should not be, we pray that it is an easy passing to the next world. At this time, I also think of all of those who are stricken with COVID. There are many, many more people every day, especially here in Palm Beach County, Florida, but all over the world. And we send our prayers and thoughts to them. May their lungs be strengthened, and may they be able to power through this. And at this time, we'd like to share our screen of names of those we are thinking of who are in need of healing in our congregation and friends of our congregation.
Sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Yisheberach imotenu mekol habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We now come to the time when we get to see and to hear Torah being chanted. And Jake will now be chanting from Parshat Balak. We have a double portion, Chukat Balak, and Jake will be reading from the second of these Parshiot, from the second of these Torah portions, which is Parshat Balak. And after he reads in the Hebrew, he will then translate for us.
Vayashav elav, v'hinei nitzav, alaloto hu, v'chol sarei Moav. Vayisa mishalo, vayomer min aram. Yancheni valach melech Moav, meharei kerem. Lecha arali Yaakov, ulcha zoama Yisrael. Ma'ekov lo kabao el, ומעז לא זעם אדוני. כי מראש סורים אראנו, ומגבעות אשורנו. הן עם לבדה ישכון, ובגויים לא יתחשב.
So he returned to him and found him standing beside his offerings, all the Moabite dignitaries with him. He took up his theme and said, "From Aram has Balak brought me, Moab's king from the hills of the east. Come, curse me, Jacob. Come, tell Israel's doom. How can I damn the Lord? How can I damn whom God has not damned? How doom when the Lord has not doomed? As I see them from the mountaintops, gaze on them from the heights, there is a people that dwells apart, not reckoned among the nations."
Thank you, Jake. This weekend is a holiday when we celebrate the birth of our country. However, with COVID, wow, that thunderclap, racial injustice, and polarization of our country with politics and the election looming large, and bad news every day about all of it, many of us do not feel like celebrating. We may feel wistful, remembering how things used to be, not just years ago, but even a few months ago, when we used to be able to go anywhere we wanted to hug anyone we wanted to enjoy hearing live music. I think the music may represent all that we miss about life before COVID.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I heard about his widowed bride. Well, something touched me deep inside the day the music died. Oh, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die."
Thank you, Jake. Since Don McLean wrote that song, people have interpreted the lyrics. According to most interpretations, this song is about a plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. Richardson on February 3rd, 1959. But the lyrics fit in very well with our situation now with COVID. As Rabbi Craig Ezring notes in his article, "The Day the World Changed." For example, the lyrics, "February made me shiver," could well refer to when we first heard of the virus in Wuhan, China, in February, and hoped that it would not hit our shores or be too bad for us. Unfortunately, we had bad news on our doorstep. although most of us did not realize quite how bad and for quite how long it would be. I couldn't take one more step, was what happened with the lockdown. We were rendered immobile with shelter-in-place orders. And many of us are still sheltering in place, even if it is legal to go out, because of the true danger as coronavirus keeps rising exponentially in South Florida especially. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. Those lyrics explain what I try to do in my own way as a rabbi. I try to provide comfort and even joy with these Shabbat services, and along with Jake, who provides most of the music, to let it ease our hearts and distract our minds for a while. And something touched me deep inside the day the music died. We cannot help but feel changed and to grieve the loss of normalcy in this crazy, unprecedented time on many levels. This week, as I mentioned, we read a double portion in our Torah, Chukat and Balak. When this double portion comes around, I usually choose to speak about the second of these Torah portions, Balak, which Jake chanted from so beautifully. It's one of my favorites, with song, the fabulous Ma Tovu, said by a non-Jew trying to curse us, but forced by God to say those beautiful words instead, which have been memorialized into our liturgy. And then there's the angel stopping Balaam from continuing to travel down his path to curse the Israelites. And then, who doesn't love the talking donkey? Possibly the most famous talking donkey until Shrek. But tonight I want to focus on the first portion, Chukat. In this Torah portion, Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Moses and Aaron, dies. And in the very next verse, the Torah says that there's no more water for the Israelites in the desert. That is the origin of the association of Miriam with water. Some of you may actually have Miriam's cups with water in them that you use during the Seder, along with Elijah's cups. In order to produce water for the people, God tells Moses to command a rock to produce water. To command a rock. But instead of speaking to the rock, Moses strikes the rock twice, and he is punished by God for this act by not being able to enter the promised land. Why does Moses strike the rock? Was it just anger at the Israelites and their complaints? Sheer frustration? Or is there another reason? Rabbi Ezring suggests that Moses was grieving, truly in the place of grief, over the death of his sister Miriam. If you remember the study by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, there are 5 stages of grief, and the second of these, after denial, is anger. The anger of people all over our country and our world is palpable. People are grieving not only for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all of those whose names are being spoken all over the world, but people are grieving the loss of faith in some of our government officials whose job it is to serve and protect. People are grieving the loss of a piece of the American ideal derived from our Torah, that all of us are created equal. And people are grieving the loss of freedom all the way from the generation of the first slave ships in 1619, a grief that has been suppressed for 400 years. People are grieving for the lack of justice rooted in a system that has been stacked in favor of some Americans, but against others, based solely on skin color or low socioeconomic level created by that very injustice. added to that right now. People are grieving the loss of their freedom to this virus and at sheltering in place right now. And all of that anger has been coming out in various ways, unfortunately sometimes in violence, which of course is not to be condoned, but also in the form of utilizing the rights guaranteed in the amendments to our American Constitution, freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. Patriotism is not only about flag waving and singing certain songs and wearing red, white, and blue. True patriotism sometimes means getting angry, peacefully, but forcefully expressing disagreement with something happening in America that does not follow the American dream and values. It means working hard to rail against injustice, and it entails responsibility for others, not only for ourselves. And I mean that in the context not only of working to protect and defend others whose skin color or religion or beliefs may differ from ours, but also to take precautions to keep others safe and healthy, such as engaging in social distancing, sheltering in place to the extent possible, and, for heaven's sake, wearing a mask. This 4th of July weekend will be different for many of us than it has been in the past. Perhaps you won't be able to watch your favorite fireworks display in the large gathering you were accustomed to doing in years past. Or if you do venture outside, hopefully you do so wearing a mask and seeing others doing the same. Or maybe you will stay inside and watch the fireworks and music and hear the music from one of the televised displays from the Capitol or Boston or New York. But this year, the music does not have to die. We can love our country even as we seek to improve it. We can be angry at some of its policies, but work to change them. And we can still be proud to be American while sheltering in place and watching the fireworks on TV. And if we can manage to do both, to grieve what has been lost, as well as to learn to be grateful for what we have and for the society we are working to build, maybe we will be happy, not only for a while, but for a long, long time. Shabbat Shalom. And now we have our statement that it is upon us, it is on our shoulders, it's up to us, Aleinu. It's up to us to create tikkun olam, the repair of our world. Those who are able to do so, please rise for the Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, and good people, righteous people of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to all humanity. And so, this particular Shabbat, we mourn the following people whose yahrzeits, the anniversary of their passing, occur at this time. Those whose names are illuminated on the plaque surrounding the sanctuary: Phyllis Attis, Shirley Becker, Fred Cohen, Murray Collier, Harold Gershwind, Norman Gottesman, Morris Jackler, Helen Kaplan, Leonard P. Coilis, Ned Kornblight, Morton H. Meyer, Jerome Migdal, Jacob Ostfeld, Regina Reimer, Ruth Rothstein, Irving David Sack, Louis Saslaw, Doris Saunders, Merrill Simon Burkhoff, and Joseph Strassman. Others recalled at this time: Barney Arst, Adam Ross Blumberg, Bertram Bruder, Lucia Bradley Dunton, Margit Gabor, Terry Goldfarb, Gordon Hyde, Joseph Camion, Sidney Coilis, Abraham Levy, Billy Pearl, Rhea Robert, Betty Teitelbaum, Mary Trellis, Sam Trellis, and Harold Weitz. Those whose deaths are more recent, in the past 30 days, the Shloshim period, since their passing: Marilyn Goldwater, Melvin Wortell, Herbert Hal Friedman, Paul Katz, Bob Tell, and Morton Panzer. If you are recalling someone whose name I have not said, please say it aloud where you are right now. And now, in memory of all those whose names we have just uttered, and all of those who perished in the Shoah, we rise in solidarity with mourners everywhere as we recite the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yivarach yirutei v'yamlich machbutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal, Shemei Dekudusha Brichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom araba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all who mourn among us. And let us all say, Amen. Take a seat as we conclude with this patriotic song, This Land is Your Land.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of a highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. And all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. It's our land now. When the sun came shining, then I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling. A voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, this land was made for you and me.
Have a wonderful and safe July 4th weekend. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da da da.